Hello everybody. Today we are going to impart with another chapter, chapter number 9, soil. You all have heard about soil. You know what is soil? सबको पता है soil क्या होता है. मिट्टी को कहते हैं हम. This is the soil where the plants grow. We need soil. Each and everything is there. So without soil, life is not possible. You can say that. Okay. So we let's have a quick look what we have to study in this module. In this module we will define soil. What is soil? In science you can say, or we will define soil. Weathering, how soil is formed. It is a process that is called as weathering. Then importance of soil, why soil is important to us, or you can say uses of soil. Layers of soil, that means components of soil. Then soil profile and types of soil. Now what is soil? Soil is what? Soil is basically that is not which is under our feet, जिसको हम महसूस करें कि हाँ मिट्टी लग गई, ये हमारे फीट के नीचे है. That is not. Soil is basically mixture of many things. अगर आप देखो तो आपको soil के अंदर gravels होते हैं, कंकर stones होते हैं जो आपके चुभ जाते हैं पैरों में. तो होते हैं कि नहीं होते? You will see some living organisms in them, humus, then waste material of living organisms. These are all present in soil. So that means it is a mixture material composed of ingredients like minerals, which are the small particles of rocks. Then soil organic matter like humus. These are the soil organic matter, blackish. That is why it is blackish in color, or you can say dark in color. Then living organisms like ants, earthworms, beetles, snakes, they all live in soil. Then gas and water. It is composed of all these things. Then a soil is formed. Is it okay? Now how soil is formed? Soil is formed by the process called weathering. Now what is weathering? Breakdown of big rocks. बड़े बड़े rocks का breakdown होना into smaller particles by the action of wind, water and climate. विंड मीन्स बड़ी तेज हवाएं जब चलती हैं तो रॉक्स क्या होते हैं, हिलने लग जाते हैं और नीचे गिरने शुरू हो जाते हैं. तो वो जब तक नीचे तक पहुंचते हैं तो दे विल चेंज इनटू स्मॉल स्टोन्स और देन दे विल चेंज इनटू सॉइल. सिमिलरली अगर हम वाटर की बात करें तो इफ देयर इज हैवी रेनफॉल, तो वो रेनफॉल से स्लिप होकर हो धीरे धीरे स्लिप होकर व्हाट विल हैपन, दे विल कम डाउन. दीज रॉक्स विल कम डाउन. और वो रॉक्स जो है वो बहुत बड़े होते हैं. व्हेन दे कम डाउन टू द अर्थ, come to the earth, they will become small stone. They will change into or they will break down into small stones. Now if you recall the climate. Climate is either the hot season or the cold season. You can say या तो गर्मी हो या सर्दी हो. When there is a hot season, what will happen? You have seen that things will expand during summer season or during hot season. But in the cold season, the things will contract. This you know that. Same is the case with the rocks here. When there is a very hot, you can say when there is a summer season or when there is very hot, बहुत गर्मी हो, the rocks that will expand, वो expand होती हैं, and immediately अगर cold हो जाता है, they will become, then they will contract. So there, during this expansion and contraction, what will happen? There will be the cracks in the rocks. Rocks के अंदर cracks आने शुरू हो जाते हैं, which will break down the rocks. जिसकी वजह से rocks क्या हो जाते हैं? Break down हो जाते हैं. And these breakdown of rocks like these stones. अब इन्हीं stones से क्या बन जाती हैं फिर? Soil. And hence the soil is formed. Basically, soil is a mixture of rock particles and humus. Is it okay? Now importance of soil, or you can say uses of soil. Soil is basically a natural resource. एक natural resource है. इसके लिए वो किसी हमें जरूरत नहीं है उसको तोड़ने की या हमें खोद कर उसको छोटा छोटा करने की. It is a natural resource. It helps to grow. It helps in the growth of plant. Plant की growing में help करती है. How? It will provide plant to water and nutrients. And secondly, it will hold the soil holds the roots of the plant. प्लांट्स की रूट्स को होल्ड करके रखेंगे और प्लांट वाटर और न्यूट्रिएंट्स अगर प्रोवाइड करेंगे इन द ड्यूरिंग द प्रोसेस ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस, देन प्लांट्स विल नेचुरली ग्रो. देन थर्ड वन इज एग्रीकल्चर. It is essential for agriculture. You know that different types of soil used in agriculture, and if there is a proper agriculture, we will get proper food, we will get proper clothing, we will get proper shelter also. Similarly, soil is also the habitat for many living organisms like snakes, earthworms, ants, snails. आपने देखा होगा कि when there is a rain, the soil is filled with water. Then these insects that living in the soil, they will come out. बाहर आ जाते हैं सारे. आपने देखा होगा आपके घर में, बरामदे में, even roads पे. तो why this happen? Because soil is filled with water. और उस टाइम वो उसमें survive नहीं कर पाते. तो that's why they come out. So that means soil is a habitat, home of many living organisms. Is it okay? Next is our layers of soil. Layers of soil, if we will talk about, first of all, what is present in the soil? 45% minerals are present in the soil. 25% air is filled in the soil. Then water, it contains 25%, matlab present 25% in the soil. And the other things which are present in the soil, they are 5%. What are those other things? Let us do an activity. I have taken this glass tumbler. Okay, I have take some soil, garden soil in it, and fill some water in it and mix it. Place it for 2 to 3 hours. After 2 to 3 hours, I have seen that there are some floating material over it. These types of floating material, these are basically, what are these? Twigs. Similarly, dry leaves, they float on it. Similarly, waste material of living organisms, that will float on over it. ठीक है, तो ये सब चीजें इसके ऊपर फ्लोट करेंगी. Why they are? Because they are weightless, or you can say very light in weight. That is why they float on the. And secondly, what will happen? They will float. What is that? Basically हम उस material को क्या कहेंगे? That is called as humus. Is it okay? Now we will see some water here. That is water here. I'll pour some water in this. In this next cup, I have poured some water. जो आपका muddy water था ऊपर का, वो मैंने इसमें pour कर दिया. Now I have again two, 3 layers. You are seeing कि one is with the clay, which is the somewhat hardest layer. Then we have sand. Sand is that does not occupy much water. That will not absorb water. Okay, at the lower level, वो settle down हो जाएगी bottom पे. Next we have the gravel. Gravel is basically gravel are stones. The stones like this. Here I have the stones in it. Okay, you are seeing some stones here in. तो वो stones आपके क्या है? Basically like this. If I am saying these are the stones. Here I am the stones present in it. So these are what? These are stones present in it. And they are called as gravel. क्या कहेंगे हम उसको? They are called as gravel. Is it okay? Then we have these are the components of the soil, or you can layers of the soil. Now come to soil profile. Soil profile, basically soil profile is the vertical section. एक vertical section होता है, it is not the horizontal. Not that means side to side. Vertical section means from top to bottom. Vertical section through which the different layers of soil is called as soil profile. आप रिवर्स पे जाते हो, रिवर्स के बैंक्स का भी ध्यान से देखें आपने, या कहीं और पॉन्ड्स वगैरह के बैंक हो, क्योंकि पानी थोड़ा नीचे होता है, उनमें थोड़ा सा ऊपर आपके बैंक्स बने होते हैं जहां आप खड़े होकर इंजॉय कर सकते हो या देखते हो. तो यू हैव सीन डिफरेंट लेयर्स देयर. भी ऊपर वाली लेयर सबसे डार्केस्ट होती है, देन द लाइट कलर्ड लेयर, देन स्टोन्स आर देयर. ऐसा कुछ होता है उसमें, होता है ऐसा. अगर ध्यान से कभी देखा हो, नहीं देखा तो कोशिश करना एक बार देखने की. What you will observe different layers. These layers are called as horizons. Each layer is different in. If you observe minutely or you will touch them, so you will see their texture. That texture is different. आप उसको टच करोगे, कहीं किसी का खुरदरा होगा, किसी का प्लेन होगा, किसी में कुछ प्रेजेंट होगा, तो that is the texture. And you will see color is different. Then you will see that chemical composition is different. Now if we'll talk about the layers of horizon or horizons of soil profile, these are 4 horizons. One is A horizon, which is called as topsoil. ठीक है. Second is B horizon, called as subsoil. Then we have C horizon, and then is bedrock. Okay. Now we will discuss them in detail. One is A horizon. A horizon is the topmost layer, that is why it is called as topsoil, जो कि हम use करते हैं for plants. It is good for growth of plants. It is the topsoil. It is dark in color. Why it is dark in color? Because many organisms live there. Secondly, it is rich in humus. That is why it is dark in color. इसमें humus present होता है. It provides nutrients to the plants. Then it is very soft. अगर आपने देखा होगा आपके plants जितने भी आपके घर में हैं, gardening है, आप कहीं garden में भी देखते हो, तो it is very soft. Next, it has holes in it. That means it is porous. Holes होते हैं इसके अंदर and retains more water. Then we have B horizon. B horizon is the second layer. Basically B horizon क्या है? It is the second layer. It has less humus but has more minerals. इसका less humus होता है but minerals जो होते हैं वो ज्यादा होते हैं. इसमें humus इतना नहीं होता और इसका कलर भी as compared to A horizon it is light in color as compared to A horizon. Secondly, it is harder. वो soft था A horizon, but B horizon is harder as compared to A horizon and compact. आपस में मिली होती है इनके जो soil होती है. Then we have C horizon. C horizon is the third layer, which is basically composed of small stones. छोटे छोटे stones जो होते हैं, particles, छोटे छोटे stones होते हैं, gravel जिसे आप कह सकते हो. That is made up of small lumps of rocks. Is it okay? Then the last layer, that is the D horizon, or it is called as bedrock. The lowermost part layer is the bedrock, which is made up of very hard rocks. Is it okay? जो आपके बड़े बड़े rocks हैं, that is made up, that D horizon is made up of these rocks. Now come to the next topic, that is types of soil. Types of soil, आपको different things हमें crops को grow करना होता है, तो we need different types of soil. Here we will discuss three types of soil, that is sandy soil, clay soil and loamy soil. Basically, if we will differentiate or if we will discuss these soils, types of soil, we will discuss them on the basis of their properties only. हम सिर्फ properties को ही लेकर चलते हैं कि इनकी properties क्या हैं. Then on the basis of their properties, we will discuss them. Now sandy soil, in sandy soil the particles are large in size. अगर आप sandy soil की बात करें, I have the sandy soil. अगर आप इसके पार्टिकल्स देखो, आपने सैंड को देखो, हाथ में टिकती ही नहीं है. अगर कभी घर बनते हुए देखा जिनके सैंड है, दैट इज नॉट इन अवर हैंड्स, दैट विल फ्लो डाउन फ्रीली. दैट मीन्स व्हाट डज इट मीन्स? इट्स पार्टिकल्स आर लार्ज, दैट मीन्स देयर एयर गैप इज वेरी लार्ज. इट कांट एब्जॉर्ब टू मच ऑफ वाटर और इट कांट रिटेन वाटर. Is it okay? That means it has they do not retain water and are light and dry. Now if we'll consider clay soil, this is the clay soil. आपने clay को देखा होगा, that have very fine particles, बहुत fine particles होते हैं उसके, and these particles are compact with each other and it can absorb much water. Is it okay? It can absorb water easily but air space is very less. Now if we'll call about loamy soil, अगर मैं loamy soil की बात करूं तो loamy soil is basically the mixture of, basically it is a mixture of particles between, उसके सैंडी के काफी लूज थे, क्लेई के फाइन पार्टिकल्स हैं बट टाइटली पैक्ड हैं थोड़े से, बट लोमी के दैट इज द बिटवीन द पार्टिकल्स. इसका साइज जो होता है इन दोनों के बीच का होता है. इट इज बेसिकली द परफेक्ट कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ क्लेई, लोमी, क्लेई, सैंडी एंड सिल्ट सॉइल. तीनों का परफेक्ट कॉम्बिनेशन होता है, राइट प्रोपोर्शन में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. एयर की क्वांटिटी सफिशिएंट प्रेजेंट होती है, water it can hold sufficient water. So these are the properties. Now if we differentiate between sandy soil, clay soil, loamy soil on the basis of their properties that I have already told you, just have a look here. That is, main constituent is that large size particles are present in sandy soil. Small sized particles are present in clay soil, very fine particles. In loamy soil, clay, sandy and loamy soil, silt are present in right proportions. Next we have space between particles. Now space between particles is quite large. That is in sandy soil, in clay soil it is quite less and in loamy soil it is sufficient. Then we have presence of air. It is well aerated. That means sandy soil is well aerated and clay soil is not well aerated, and loamy soil is cannot hold sufficient air. It can hold sufficient air. इसमें मैक्सिमम एयर आ सकती है, जितनी जरूरत है लोमी सॉइल में उतनी ही एयर होगी, इसमें होगी ही नहीं, वेल एरिएटेड नहीं है ये. In case of sandy soil, it is well aerated. Now I will talk about water holding capacity. Sand cannot hold much water, whereas clay soil hold much water, and loamy soil can hold right amount of water, right holding capacity. Then if we'll talk about nutrients, sandy soil cannot hold nutrients. कोई nutrients present नहीं है इसमें इतने. Clay soil can hold proper nutrients, and loamy soil can also hold proper nutrients. Now if we talk about plowing, कि किसको जोतना, किसकी प्लो करना आसान है. Easy to plow sandy soil because it is very loose, हम आसानी से प्लो कर सकते हैं. Clay soil if we talk about, it is very difficult to plow because it is very compact. Okay, and the loamy soil it is again very easy to plow. और ये फिर आपकी लोमी सॉइल जो है that is also very easy to plow, आराम से प्लो हो जाती है because it is present in right proportion clay, loamy and silt soil. Is it okay? Thank you students. Thank you all.